The Pagani and the GTR. These are two icons of automotive engineering, each defined by an exhaust note that tells a completely different story. There is a common assumption in car culture that the loudest exhaust is the winner, that the car breaking the decibel meter is inherently the superior machine. But judging a car's sound purely by its volume misses the point. To understand what makes these engines sing, we have to weigh the bespoke traditions of Italian exotic engineering against the high-flow aggression of Japanese tuning culture. Take a look at this sound wave comparison. These massive, jagged peaks represent the GTR's blunt force output, loud and aggressive. Overlay that with the Pagani. Notice the tighter, intricate wave. That's tonal refinement, a complex shriek building smoothly over time. The GTR's jagged profile is a direct product of its roots in the Japanese tuner scene, where airflow is uncorked for maximum unfiltered impact. The Pagani's layered precision reflects its Italian heritage, engineered from the ground up to sound like a cohesive, high-luxury instrument. So when you push the pedal to the floor and that decibel meter spikes, which of these two acoustic profiles actually gives you the experience you want behind the wheel? Finding the right sound means matching these distinct acoustic signatures to your personal philosophy as an enthusiast. The Pagani is built around a V12 engine breathing through a bespoke factory exhaust system. Every curve of the piping is intentional. As the RPMs climb, that hardware produces a melodic scream. It builds musically, wrapping the driver in a smooth, continuous crescendo. The benefit here is harmonic richness. The sound feels meticulously engineered to be an aural experience rather than an explosive byproduct of combustion. Prioritizing that level of refinement demands a specific trade-off. You sacrifice the intimidating, window-rattling brute force that you get when you completely unrestrict an engine. If you view a car as a cohesive, rolling piece of high-performance art, this combination of engineered sound and refinement makes the Pagani the definitive choice. The Nissan GTR takes a different path. Under the hood is a twin-turbo V6 engine built to withstand extreme mechanical thresholds. Because this platform was born for the aftermarket tuner scene, owners swap out exhaust components to maximize airflow and crank up the auditory impact. The result is a throaty, raw roar. It is loud, aggressive, and designed to demand attention the moment you touch the throttle. Achieving that level of intimidating power means giving up the soulful, symphonic sweetness found in traditional Italian exotics. If your goal is to turn your vehicle into a blank canvas for maximum sensory impact, those trade-offs perfectly position the GTR for you. To see exactly how these profiles compare on paper, we put both cars side by side for a direct decibel test at peak fury. This comparison matrix breaks down the results. When we look strictly at the numbers, the GTR registers the higher share decibel output. The twin-turbo setup is mathematically louder, taking the victory for raw volume. But watch what happens when we expand the data by adding a row for acoustic signature. The Pagani immediately secures its own victory with its melodic crescendo. The GTR wins the instrument reading, but the Pagani's V12 wail delivers a deep, subjective emotional resonance that numbers cannot capture. Relying entirely on a decibel meter treats sound like a math problem instead of a personality trait. The real decision isn't about decibels. It's choosing between raw, head-turning aggression and bespoke, musical refinement. The GTR objectively wins the volume war, but since data only tells half the story, we need a different framework to determine which car actually fits your priorities. Look at this flowchart to map out exactly what you want from an exhaust note. If your priority is tuning culture and raw power, if you want an exhaust that aggressively turns heads everywhere it goes, then you want the unrestricted twin-turbo setup of the Nissan GTR. Conversely, if you value high-performance art, luxurious driving experiences, and sweet, wailing crescendos, then the Pagani's V12 Symphony is the only answer. Neither path is wrong. The superior sound depends entirely on the person sitting behind the wheel. By deciding whether you are a tuner maximalist or an exotic purist, you answer the question of which exhaust note truly reigns supreme. Metrics give hard data, but the lasting value of an exhaust note comes down to how it makes you feel when the tachometer climbs. Take a look at that matrix one last time. Do you belong in the GTR's tuner aggression camp or the Pagani's V12 Symphony camp? Let us know in the comments below. This divide between Italian luxury and Japanese tuning perfectly captures why modern car culture is so beautifully diverse and personal.